Good evening and welcome to the Steamworks Spirit Station. Let's welcome Miss Stacy Lucas and Michael Houston.
Say that everything can be replaced. Every distance is not near, but I remember every face of every man that put me here. I see my life come shining from the west down to the east. Day now, any day now, I shall be released. Standing next to me in this lonely crowd is a man who swears he's not to blame. Every night I hear him shout so loud, crying out he's been framed. I see my life come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Say every man needs protection. They say every man must fall, but I swear I've seen my reflection somewhere so high above the wall. I see my life come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Thank you. My buddy Mike Houston on the guitar here. Thank you, Mike. Let's do it. Wash by the water. Okay. This group was in town the other night. I didn't get to go see them, but this is a song by a group called Need to Breathe. It's called Washed by the Water. Daddy was a preacher. She was his wife. Just trying to make the world a little better, you know, shine a light. And people started talking just to hear their own voice. Those people have accused my father, said he made the wrong choice. Although it might be painful, time will always tell. Those people have long since gone, my father never fails. Even when the rain falls, even when the flood starts rising, even when the storm comes, I am washed by the water. Even when the rain falls, even when the flood starts rising, even when the storm comes, I am washed by the water. Washed by the water. Hey, washed by the water. Even when the rain falls, even when the flood starts rising, even when the storm comes, I am washed by the water. Even when the rain falls, even when the flood starts rising, even when the storm comes, I am washed by the water. Even when the earth crumbles under my feet, and even when the ones I love turn around and crucify me, and I won't never ever let you down. I won't fall, won't fall, won't fall as long as you're around me. Even when the rain falls, even when the flood starts rising, even when the storm comes, I am washed by the water. Washed by the water. Washed by the water. Washed by the water. Thank you. So a few years back, it was quite a few years back though, I had a record out called Safe Passage, and this song is called Just the Wind. It was the first track on it and was featured on WYAP. I was very blessed to have that happen. So anyways, this is called Just the Wind. closed at your window, a door you can't open. Thoughts are on fire, my vision is getting dim. All the lights are slowly dimming. There's a shadow across my wall. I think there's something under my bed. I can't see you, and I know who you are. I feel you next to me. I thought that I heard you. It's just the wind. It's just the wind. His voice is in the hallway, echo through my head. I wonder what they're thinking about me. I wonder what they said, and I know who you are. I feel you next to me. I thought that I heard you. It's just the wind. Baby, it's just the wind. There's a shadow across my wall. It's moving closer now. I think there's something under my bed. I can't see you, and I know who you are. I feel you next to me. I thought that I heard you. It's just the wind at my door, a shadow across my wall, voices in the hallway. I can't see you. It's just the wind. Ooh, it's just the wind. It's just the a long time since I played that one. So those of you that don't know me, I play in a worship band, and so I do a lot of worship music. And this next song, one of my favorites, this is by Brian and Katie Torwalt, and this is called Praise Will Be My Song. When all I have is just a whisper, you breathe in me a new song. You take me back, and I'll remember the joy of my first love. Praise will be my song. How can I contain it? I cannot contain this love. Praise will be my song. How can I contain it? I cannot contain this love. For what we lack, your blood has covered. What we get is what you paid for. 'Cause through your death, our lives reborn, the joy of our salvation. Praise will be my song. How can I contain it? I cannot contain this love. Praise will be my song. How can I contain it? I cannot contain this love. Praise will be my song. How can I contain it? I cannot contain this love. Praise will be my song. How can I contain it? I cannot contain this love. I'll shout out, I will sing of your love for me. As you reach out, I can feel you all around me. Praise will be my song. How can I contain it? I cannot contain this love. That's how you end that song. That's a fun thing about this. We can just choose to play what we want and do what we want. And so Mike so kindly always agrees to just sit in with me and go wherever I go, which sometimes I don't even know where I'm going. So thank you, Mike. Let's do dreams. Okay. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only me, the one to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had, what you lost, and what you had, what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. See women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You know. Now here I go again, I see your crystal vision. I keep my vision to myself. It's only me, the one to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had, what you lost, and what you had, what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. See women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You know. You will know. You will know. You will know. You will know. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike.
Welcome to a brand new season. Now, I know you're thinking of the season as something different. You're thinking of the season being, the fall, right? Is that what everybody thinks the season is? Well, it's Steelers season, and I'm excited about that. It's not about whether they win or lose. It's about they get to play, and it's wonderful to watch the games and to listen to the games on the radio. I think what's really fun for me, although the time delay is a little odd, it's fun to listen on the radio and watch on TV. It's kind of neat. I used to do that when I was in college. So it's a fun time to have Steeler season. But that's not the only season, is it? It seems like in one day, in 24 hours, we went from summer to Pumpkin Town. All of a sudden I see pumpkins everywhere, and I see decorations for Halloween. You see the celebrations beginning already, and all the ghouls and goblins and the lighting going on. This is what I would call holiday season. We just came out of the season of summer, and during the summer there's a holiday or two, but it really isn't about those particular days as much as the enjoyment of 3 months of enjoyment of the summer. That's what that is. June, July, and August. Oh man, one great season. Well, I would like to suggest that holiday season is something a little bit different. Not just the fall or the winter or the spring, but think about this. These are the holidays, the big holidays that I know that are coming up. First of all, you have Halloween this month, and you have Veterans Day. Then we have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, we have New Year's, we have Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we have Black History Month, President's Day, Valentine's Day, Mardi Gras, Easter, May Day, Cinco de Mayo, Memorial Day. And then we get to go back to summer. That's holiday season. And that doesn't include birthdays and anniversaries and hot dog days and national peanut butter days and all those other national days that go on. I think there's one for every single day. The holidays. Why do we have so many holidays? Why is there such an emphasis on holidays through the fall, the winter, and the spring? Well, it's because it's fall, winter, and spring. During those seasons, we tend to be driven inside. We're driven indoors, and we need something to lift our spirits and to encourage our hearts, and we need that on a fairly regular basis. So we have holidays that occur at least 1, maybe 2, or even 3 a month during that season. They are designed to have fellowship and to have fun and to give us something to cheer about, something to look forward to, something to prepare for, something to enjoy. Now, I think that was a reasonable response to dealing with the weather, but it also deals with the emotional spirit of persons. As we go into the fall season, there tends to be a little bit of a gloomy kind of attitude that affects a lot of people. And we need to be lifted up out of that, too. Now, this year, we're going into our 2nd year of coronavirus, and there's an awful lot of news about that. I suppose that's what they're going to be focusing on every day. It's tragic, I think, that we've reached a number of 700,000 dead in this country, not to mention the rest of the people around the world. It's tragic to see that once again the surges around the country are filling hospitals to overflowing. And so we are down from that, and now we're going to be heading into the season of doldrums, if you will. I don't think that's the way we're supposed to be living, though. I think we have to contend with things. I think we have to deal with things. But I don't think they have to destroy us or crush us. And one of the things that I've noticed lately is an awful lot of people seem to have this apathetic, indifferent kind of attitude. We kind of thought that when we got locked down that we would have time to do stuff we wanted to do. We couldn't be at work, so we could clean up the house, get other things taken care of, maybe do some projects that we'd always wanted to do. So let me ask rhetorically, you don't have to answer or send me an email, but you can figure out how many of the projects and the fancy things that you wanted to do, the fun things you wanted to do, how many of those things actually got accomplished in the last year and a half? Not many. Not many. There's a couple, and a few people were motivated to take care of it, but the conversations that I seem to be having lately are persons that said, yeah, I had an idea, I wanted to do this or that, but I just didn't feel like it. And that is a sign of depression. It's a sign of sadness. It's the overwhelming gloom that happened because of the coronavirus. And I think it's because of that. And I think it's affected all of us. In fact, in a devotion I did a couple days ago, I suggested that every single one of us is sick. Some of us are sick from the actual physical symptoms, the breathing symptoms, the loss of taste and smell. But I think an awful lot of us are affected mentally. I think we have an illness of mind and heart because of the coronavirus and all the limitations that it's placed on us. And now the anxiety that who knows what's going to happen in the next year? Who knows what's coming up? Well, we have holidays to try to cheer us up in the midst of the winter season. But maybe we need to think about something else. Let me suggest prayer. Do you know what prayer is? Prayer essentially is conversation with God. Now, a lot of people don't have prayer or don't include prayer in their lives very much. And some people have established prayer as kind of like a routine. So we say the same words at different times of the day or different times of the evening. We'll memorize some. Some people feel a little bit uncomfortable trying to put words together. That's okay. Prayer is really about connecting to God. Prayer is about opening the channels between God and us. Prayer is about connecting and building a relationship with God and letting that comfort our hearts, lift our spirits, and give us a new perspective, a new point of view. Now, a lot of people, when they pray, usually will focus on the negative things that are going on in their lives and or around the world. They'll extend their concerns beyond themselves sometimes. But the prayers usually end up being predominantly focused on requests. We're asking for stuff. We're asking for things to happen. We'd like to see our lives changed. We'd like to see them changed, usually in a fairly dramatic fashion, wouldn't you say? When you offer a prayer, when you want something to happen, something that's outside your ability to fix, something that's outside your ability to provide, something that you're hoping for help in a divine way to make a difference, that usually is outside our capacity just a little bit. Now, when you want that to happen, what do you expect? What do you expect God to do? I think a lot of times we have a very clear sense of what we want the answer to prayer to be. We're very, very clear. We know exactly what we want and how we want it and how it's supposed to be, and we'd like to see that happen. And there's nothing wrong with that either, although God gets to choose how God's going to respond to that, and that's true about everybody. What I'd like to suggest is that maybe our expectations are too high. It's not about not getting an answer to prayer that I'm talking about. It's about expecting it to be in a very big, dramatic fashion. Usually that doesn't work out so well. When there's a radical change in our lives, there's an awful lot of disruption and adjustment that has to be made, and people don't really like change that much. They don't like to have to adjust, especially if it's a major adjustment. It's not that easy to do, so we really don't want that to happen, although we do want the effect of the answer to our prayer to take place. So what happens is God works a little bit differently than we expect. The answers to prayer happens, but it takes a while. It works out in a lot of different ways, and what I'd like to suggest is that there is no single prayer or request that is answered in solitude. I think that when God blesses, he blesses a lot, and it blesses a lot of people by it. I don't think there's anything done in isolation, no matter how we have a specific request. I think usually the impact of that answer affects the people in our lives as much as it affects us. And it makes a difference for other people who know us or work with us or relate to us. I think the blessings really kind of ripple out like ripples across the pond. And I think that's an awesome way that God works. And it's in the scripture. It's not about the pond, but I think you'll make the connection. It comes from the Gospel of Matthew in chapter 13, verses 31 and 32. Jesus puts to his disciples another parable, and he says this: the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed. A tiny little bitty seed. It's kind of like the seeds you get on a bun when you eat a sandwich that gets caught in your teeth. That's a mustard seed. So he takes that seed that someone took and sowed in his field. It is the smallest of all seeds. But when it has grown, it is the greatest of shrubs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and make nests in its branches. That's a cool story. The story is designed to teach. And I think what he's teaching is we should think smaller, not larger. We should be looking for the small signs of good that are taking place. Yes, we can ask for the changes that we need, and some of them are very significant, some of them are life-affecting, and that's totally appropriate to pray for those, whether it's healing or restoring of relationships or answering a problem or resolving a conflict. These are major things that need to happen. That's true, but it doesn't happen with some big zap of light into a room. It usually happens by the changing of mind and the stirring of heart and the opening of perspectives so that we can see new ways to deal with things. And we can find the answers and we can come to discovery. Now, sometimes, and I don't for a minute doubt, that the grace of the Holy Spirit works supernaturally too. I think there is no limit to what God can do or how God chooses to do it. But if our expectations are on big, dramatic movements, we're going to be disappointed. And then we're going to wonder if God heard our prayer, if God cares, or if God answers prayer. I think that's a temptation that happens to human beings. I think that's a mistake because it's our fault that we don't see what we're looking to see. Instead, if we think of it as the smallest of all seeds growing and growing and growing over time, building up and becoming stronger, reaching out and touching more until eventually it creates shade and it creates this safety zone for birds to make their nests. They don't make it in some big branch that's out in the open where anybody can attack it. It's buried inside the shrubbery. It's inside the leaves. It's in a protected place. And so the nests are created within a zone of protection. And it is come to by birds that know that this is a place of safety. So it is that I think that these seeds grow and branch out and create this wonderful environment for the birds to come and to make their nests. And I think that God works that way too, in the answers to our prayers. For one thing, when we pray for something, we're going to start expecting God to do something, but I don't think we just sit back and say, okay, just come on, bring it on. If you do, you're going to be disappointed too. You still have to live in the midst of that. So I think that what happens is we start to think about the problem that hasn't gone away. That's why it took us to prayer in the first place. But we're trying to think of what are the possible solutions? What can I do? Where can I help that along? How do I see things differently? Is there a way that I can live well while I'm waiting for the result? Is there a way that I can contribute to that even though it may take a while? Now, any musician can tell you that if they're going to be good at their art, in their talent, whether it's singing or playing or writing or being in a group, it takes practice, it takes discipline. You have to do things a lot. You have to do a lot of times. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. And along the way, it's not the mistakes that matter. In fact, there's great rejoicing when one mistake doesn't happen again. That's pretty cool. We're really happy. I used to always do this. I didn't do that anymore. Hey, let's go out and have a Coke. No, I think what happens is you develop it and you practice it and discipline it and you make it better and better and better. And most of the people that I've known, most of the artists that I know, will have the most amazing performances to those of us that listen and enjoy it. And they'll find the flaw in it and say, shoot, I made this a little better. Now, see, what the focus is on trying to make it the best it can possibly be and never reaching a point where, okay, that's it, I'm not going to do any more. Because the wonder of the music or the wonder of the drama or the performance on stage or the writing of a poem or the writing of a story, I want to make it the best it can be. I want it to bless people the best way I can. They may not use the word blessing, but that I do. Anyway, the idea is that as we live through it and do the best we can in it, the answers come, and they come gently. They come slowly. They come like the growing of a tree. They come like the flowing of a river. They don't come in some dramatic lightning bolt. And if that's what you're looking for, no wonder you're disappointed and frustrated. But imagine what it would be like if all of a sudden everything was changed like that. Think of the disruption that would cause, the difficulty that it would be to contend with it, and the adjustments you'd have to make because of it. No, I think what happens is it more evolves in our lives. And that's really important because as we go into this fall season, as we go into the winter, I think we need to let go of this depression. I think we need to let go of that apathy and indifference. I think we have to let go of our anger and our upset and our disruption and our fear. I think we have to stop thinking about the outcome or when it's going to happen. Why is that? Because if somebody were to announce tomorrow that they have a cure for coronavirus, I don't think that would stop the debating. I don't think that would stop the issues of contention about it. And I don't think everybody would just breathe a sigh of relief. I think it's going to come in time, but in the short run, I think what we have to do is say, I'm going to live the best I can in the midst of it. I'm going to try to make my life what I want it to be and what I hope for it to be, because I don't want to waste the time I have. I don't want to lose the time I have. If I can do this project and it gives me some joy and some sense of accomplishment, then I want to do that. Oh, I have to motivate myself. I have to get myself to doing it. I have to get it past myself or over myself, if you will. But by doing so, I set myself free from sitting in a chair and doing nothing and feeling worse because of it. Now, I think we can live well through and in spite of the coronavirus. I think we can live well in spite of the snow. We can contend with it. We can find ways to deal with it. But I think what we want to do is be people of peace and people of hope and people of joy and people of love. And so as we build that in our lives, as we build hope in our minds, as we build a positive attitude and a kind word, a kind face, a cheerfulness in the way we treat others when we encounter each other, I think you'll find that the more you offer it, the more it grows within. The more you give it, the more it's returned. And the more that happens, the less you're going to focus on the doldrums and the negativity. Actually, I don't think anybody thinks too much about how lousy the season is when it's Christmas time. When we hear the songs we like to hear and share the presents and have the food, I think we're delighting in that time. And we ignore the snow and ignore the storm because we don't want that to take away our joy. Well, we don't have to do that with anything. We can keep our joy through everything. And that's why Steamworks Spirit Station is going to continue through it all. And that's why we're so thrilled to have all these musicians with their great talent. And they're saying, we're not giving up. We get to play. And we get to offer our gifts to people who would like to hear it, people who need to hear it, people who can be blessed by it. And that we can do on the internet. We can do it in the listening room. We can do it in our homes. I don't know about you, but maybe once in a while, I like to sing with them. We can sing the chorus, and it feels good to do it. You know, I got some new earbuds with my phone, and I like to listen to music, and I'm really annoyed. I haven't figured it out entirely yet. I've only had it a short time, but if I sing along with the song, the music cuts out. So I have to keep my mouth shut, and I'm frustrated. I usually do it when I'm driving. I'm glad no one's watching. Let's keep singing. Let's keep enjoying. Let's keep making the best of our time and the most of our time, and we'll feel better, and so will everybody around us. But to help us along that way, let's bring Stacy Lucas back to the stage.
Must be some kind of way out of here, said the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion here, can't get me no relief. Businessmen, they all drink all my wine. Plowman, take my herb. None of them here along the line know what any of this is worth. Ain't no reason to get excited, no, no. if you kindly spoke. There are those here among us right here, right now, thinking life is some kind of a joke. You and I, we have been through all this. This is not our fate. Let us not talk too falsely right now. You know the hour's getting late. Kept their view while the women, they came and they went, barefoot servants too. And outside in the cold, cold distance, hear the wildcat, hear him growl. We're approaching as the wind began to howl. I love playing that song. It always seems to be a little bit different each time, too. This song is called Love Came Down. 'Cause your love came down and rescued me. Love came down and set me free. I'm yours. Mountain high or valley low, I sing out, mind my soul, that I am yours. I am forever yours. If my heart is overwhelmed and I cannot hear your voice, I hold on to what is true, though I cannot see. If the storms of life they come and the road ahead gets steep, I will lift these hands in praise. I will believe. I remind myself of all that you've done and the life I have because of your Son. Love came down and rescued me. Love came down and set me free. I am yours. I am forever yours. Mountain high or valley low, I sing out, mind my soul, that I am yours. I am forever yours. Is filled with hope and every promise comes my way, I will feel your hands of grace rest upon me. Staying desperate for you, God, staying humbled at your feet, I will lift these hands in praise. I will believe. I remind myself of all that you've done, the life I have because of your Son. Love came down and rescued me. Love came down and set me free. I am yours. I am forever yours. Mountain high or valley low, I sing out, mind my soul, that I am yours. I am forever yours. I am yours. I am yours. All my days, Jesus, I am yours. I am yours forever. I am yours forever. All my days, I am yours. Sing that again. Love came down and rescued me. Love came down and set me free. I am yours. I am forever yours. Mountain high or valley low, I sing out, mind my soul, that I am yours. I am forever yours. I am yours. I am yours. Mike is putting up with me. I said this last time, I pick these songs and write a list or whatever, and then whatever seems to fill me at the moment is what I play, and he's so good at following me. So thank you, Mike. Let's see. I'm caught up in your presence. I just wanna sit here at your feet. I'm caught up in this holy moment. I never wanna leave. I'm not here for blessings. Jesus, you don't owe me anything, and more than anything that you can do, I just want you. I'm sorry when I've just gone through the motions. I'm sorry when I just sang another song. Take me back to where we started. I open up my heart to you. I'm sorry when I come with my agenda. I'm sorry that I forgot that you're enough. Take me back to where we started. I open up my heart to you. Nothing else, and nothing else, nothing else will do. I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, nothing else will do. I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, nothing else will do. Nothing else, nothing else will do. I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, Jesus, nothing else will do. I'm caught up in your presence. I just wanna sit here at your feet. I'm caught up in this holy moment. I never wanna leave. nothing else will do. So much. So as always, it's been quite a pleasure playing here. Thank you so much for having me and Mike. And leave you with, I think I'm going to do another original song. Again, this was on a record I had out way back, a long time ago, called Safe Passage, and this one is called All of Me. Take me as I am. This is all of me. What you see on the outside is not what's in between. This is my heart, and this is my soul. There is nothing else that you will ever need to know. This is all of me. Everything that I am. This is my body, my heart, my soul, my spirit. All of me. These are my fears, and these are my scars, wounded and wide open for you to heal. This is my anger, and this is my rage, hidden in the lines of an unread page. This is all of me. Everything that I am. This is my body, my heart, my soul, my spirit, and my anger, my fears, my rage. All of me. Take me as I am. as I am. All of me, all of me. Thank you. I think we've gone over the time just a little bit. So once again, thank you for having me, and hope to be back here soon, and see you then. And every Tuesday night, though, Spirit Station here, 7 to 8 on Facebook Live and YouTube, right? It will be on YouTube, okay? And that's every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Come and support the cause and listen to some great music. Thank you.
We want to give thanks to Ms. Stacy Lucas and Mr. Michael Houston for the great music that we've had tonight, and hope that you'll be with us next week, where we will welcome Kirk Toma and Kaylin Bielowski. So we're going to have more great musicians coming, and I thank you so much for being with us this week. Whenever you're listening to it, give thanks for the way the music moves you. Give thanks for the great things that are happening in your life. And if you can't find them, start looking. Look a little closer. Look a little smaller. They're there, I guarantee it. And that might just lift your spirits. Have a great week. We'll see you next Tuesday.